What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I'm back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 154 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know I started this series off the beginning of 2023, and here we are, pretty much it's week 154. Now, if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up for. Of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got our food section, a sports section, you name it. If I don't get the content out in time, 9 times out of 10, most likely somebody in or me is talking about it in the sold out Discord. And if I didn't say in the beginning, definitely smash that like button and sub up. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into this weekly sneaker rotation. Y'all know I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on Saturday. So this Saturday, pretty much the kid had a long, eventful day. So pretty much I had to go to the chop shop, but I was overdue for like a retwist. Something that if you grow your hair and you do this style, you're gonna have to do it from time to time. So Saturday, which was actually it was rather warm and then it got really cold at night. But anyway, I stepped out in none other than the Air Jordan 2, and these are the Union LA joints, right? Okay, this is literally only Air Jordan 2 in my collection. This is the rattan colorway to the best of my knowledge. And you know what? To keep it 100, sometimes I be thinking about like maybe I should get rid of these guys, but to keep it real, like this is a good wintry shoe, like a good fall / wintry shoe. It's actually big and bulky, and I did buy the joggers that go along with it. So pretty much, you know me, I was in Union LA. Part of me, if they did a hoodie, I wish I would have went on and just bought the whole entire fit. But anyway, you know what? I am a sucker for the color yellow, even though this is kind of like a more yellowish gold colorway. It is even though the shoe is bulky, it actually is pretty comfortable if you ask me. So pretty much this was my Saturday shoe, was the Air Jordan 2 Union LA Rattan. Cool. Let's move right along on to Sunday. You know, I do my very best to relax and or just prep for the day. And I think Sunday, I actually think I did just kind of crash for a little bit, but then I woke up and then got right back to it, right? Okay, the kid pretty much, I think I go off on naps more than anything, man. So pretty much there's your hint right there. Sunday, Yeezy slides, pure colorway. Yes, these things are done. And yes, I got other colorways, but these are my beaters for a reason. These are what I keep by the door. Pretty much, I don't think I really left the house, but every now and then, if I gotta take the trash out or what have you, or catch up and just kind of move around the house, this is kind of what I kind of step in. But at the same time, I'm really kind of, if I'm gonna keep it 100, I really am like pretty much just socks pretty much for that. But if I do gotta step out and do some simple basic stuff, this is my go-to. So this is my Sunday shoe, was a Yeezy slide, pure colorway. And yes, I paid resale for these, so pretty much I'm gonna get every dime I can because I bought these back in 2021, right? Okay, but this was my Sunday shoe. So Monday, right back to work. You know, the kid work a full-time job, and yeah, pretty much Monday I had to do just adulting too, working and just taking care of just general stuff that could just happen in everyday life. But anyway, I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 4, and these are the bread colorway. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these dropped back in what? 2019. I'm gonna check the production date. I'm going off my memory, but I'm gonna double check myself off the production date. 2019, just as I suspected, right? Okay. And now rumors is we're supposed to be getting these again in what, 2026? In my opinion, I think it's a little bit too soon because my pair, they're not in the best condition, but definitely still wearable and definitely doesn't look like I just torn the shoe to smithereens. Nike check on the back. And I remember if you put your footwork in back then, you probably could have got these for like, you know, right at retail, right? Okay, but rumors are supposed to be getting them again next year. But again, I take that with a grain of salt. But this was my Monday shoe, Air Jordan 4 bread. And yeah, arguably one of my favorite colors in my collection. Silhouettes in general too. I am very selective with my 4s. But this was my Monday shoe, was an Air Jordan 4 bread. Cool, now let's move right on Tuesday, right back into work. And you know what? That my fours are broken in. I wanted to just go comfort, right? I don't know about in you guys' area, but in the DMV, it has been very, very, very cold, right? Okay. And when cold, things tend to just happen, right? Okay. But anyway, Tuesday, stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux. I chose comfort and I felt like I was on that grayish kind of like Bordeaux, but me, it looks like purple. To be honest, this is a shoe where I don't regret in my collection, and if they drop them again, I'll probably buy them again. But honestly, these are kind of holding up, man. But this is what I wore on Tuesday. Super duper comfortable, something you can just kind of slide your foot in. And I feel like 7s don't get enough love. If I put it on, like, probably we don't really go crazy for these, but you know, for certain colorways, they actually do hit. And yeah, I just remember coming up this now. I would think my pair is what production date is a 2015 pair, but the previous pair had different like shoestring tips on it, pause. So that was a major difference. So I wouldn't mind to see if they brought it back and actually brought the actual like silver like shoestring tips on the shoe. But this is my Tuesday shoe, was an Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux. Cool. Now to move right on to Wednesday, right back to work. This is a shoe where, to be honest, I almost slept on it, but I was in my comfort zone, and I feel like since we were just in a black cat like mood lately, there's your hint right there. I stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 13, and these are the black cats. Hopefully the camera does some type of justice, but 3 of them is all over this joint. And it's a shoe that, to be honest, I was like, man, we don't really need this joint, but 13s I feel like don't get enough love, and I feel like it's another one of those timeless classic sneaker colorways where it just kind of makes sense. And again, I've said this time and time again, can you really go wrong with an overall all black shoe? My answer is no, and I like how the 3 of them just hits on this shoe right here. Don't regret it. And if you're looking for comfortability, because let's just keep it 100, not all Jordan 1s, the different time now is they upgrade the quote unquote technology, but a lot of the earlier like Jordans that dropped, the comfortability wasn't there, but I feel like the 13 always had the comfortability. So this was my Wednesday shoe, was an Air Jordan 13 Black Cat. Cool. Now I'm gonna move right on to Thursday, right back to work. You already know that, man. I work 5 days a week. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, I just lied. I work around the clock, right? Because if I'm not at work physically, I'm here shooting content and editing videos for you guys, but I actually like love do this or I wouldn't do it, right? Okay, so pretty much Thursday, right back to work, the kid stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 6 DMP, which I think is defining the moment pack, right? Okay, now y'all know me, I'm a major sucker for the color gold, so as you can see on the back heel of this joint right here, got that shiny gold, probably was kind of sucking me into this 23 and Jumpman on the back. Normally I prefer a Nike check. Sometimes I think about getting rid of these, but you know what? I actually still rock these from time to time. Y'all know I relace them and I actually put that lace lock at the toe box. That's something we used to do back in the day. A lot of people don't really do that anymore, but I will say this, overall, again, another like one of those dominant overall all black shoe. Can you really go wrong with it? Because the versatility, right? Okay. So yeah, again, I was in my comfortability and I feel like 6s don't get enough love, but at the same time, it's still a dope shoe. And y'all know me, I'm always a major sucker for the color gold in general. And when you mix it with everything else, because we got that sale look on this, I feel like why not, right? Okay. So this one was our Thursday shoe, was the Air Jordan 6 DMP. Cool, now we're gonna move on Friday to close out the week strong, and I didn't bring out any heavy hitters. I feel like it's a shoe where I feel like this is the poor man version of a Travis Scott, and y'all guess your hint right there. So pretty much on Friday, we're back at work, Air Jordan 4 Cave Stone, one of my most recent pickups where I feel like a lot of people slept on these, but honestly, I don't think you're gonna see these in stores right now unless you do like a major like footwork, right? You gotta really get in, but this is a shoe where I feel like now that we got the my years right around the corner, my question is this. If you have the Cave Stones, do you really need the my year version, right? Okay, and to be honest, in my opinion, this looks better than the my year version based off what I've seen off images, right? Okay, Nike check on the back of the joint. Jordan brand starting to do that a lot just to see if that's gonna be able to reel us in, but I'm gonna say this is not gonna work all the way across the board. But this was my Friday shoe, and yeah, I actually love these guys right here. And you know what? It's just something about them that really makes them pop to me. But this was my Friday shoe, was an Air Jordan 4 Cave Stone. All right, man, so pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I make content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.